and it continues. We send you to St. Louis, Indiana State and Bradley.
Welcome to the Enterprise Center here in St. Louis. Missouri Valley Conference semifinal #1. Regular season champs Bradley, the #5 seed Indiana State. Chris Lewis and Coach Bob Wenzel, Evan Washburn on the sidelines will join us in a second. Bradley coming in their first regular season championship since 1996.
And they did it in style against the #2 Drake. Defense against offense in this one. You're going to see a lot of threes right there. 2 in a row for McCauley to start the game.
Corvassier McCauley, the Missouri Valley newcomer of the year.
They love to make threes, and Cooper Neese was awesome yesterday. Made 9, Missouri Valley record in the tournament. 9 of 10 from three-point range. That's right, you heard that right. 9 of 10 from three-point range. That's him, #4, at the top of the key with the ball right now.
8 of 8 in the second half. He was nearly unstoppable in a 94-91 win in the quarterfinal. Henry knocks down a 3. Cameron Henry, a redshirt senior. What a start for the 5 seed Sycamores.
3 possessions, 3 threes, 3 makes. That'll discourage you.
They make nearly 10 threes a game. Here's Mast in the middle. Rink Mast has it knocked away. Indiana State on the run. Corvassier McCauley defended by Malavi Leons. That's a good matchup. Henry another 3. He thought it was good. Started backpedaling. Bradley the rebound.
As many long shots as they take, you're going to have some long misses. How about Montgomery getting into the act? 3-point shot. He's a 6'6" guard, really good on D. He's guarding McCauley. You better get closer to him, I'll tell you that.
Montgomery only had 2 points. Played just 17 minutes against Northern Iowa in the quarterfinal. McCauley off balance. Oh, yeah! Hits the deck as well. Corvassier and McCauley igniting early.
How would you like to be on Bradley's team and the coach says to you in the locker room, yeah, there's this guy who made 9 threes. You're guarding him in this one. McCauley looks like he might want to break that record. He's got 3 already.
It's actually called a flop. So a Class B technical on McCauley for hitting the ground there. He wasn't caused to hit the ground, so the officials ruled the flop on McCauley. So 1 technical free throw. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. They're brought to you by Kubota. For Indiana State, Corvassier McCauley already has made his introduction. Rink Mast is Bradley's top scorer. In fact, last game he had 30 points, a career high.
3 30-point games yesterday out of the 4 games. Mast had 30. Bowen Bourne from Northern Iowa had 34. And of course, as we said, 33 for Cooper Neese.
Stars were out yesterday.
Indeed. This guy was a star. Henry can't shoot, but he made free throws. He only shoots 50% from the free throw line, and he was great in the second half.
D contested 3, rattles it down as the shot clock winds down.
You gotta love Missouri Valley basketball. I'm telling you, man, these kids get after it. Very, very competitive.
So does the crowd, and Bradley with a lot of fans here behind their bench.
They're going to be loud. Great following.
Avila coast to the rim, the fake dribble handoff. Well executed.
John Schertz, the coach of Indiana State, said, you know, we have this great reputation for shooting threes, and that's why we get a lot of easy twos.
Duke D goes back-to-back from distance. Raining threes in St. Louis.
Duke, what are you doing, man? Smallest guy on the floor. Avila can handle for a freshman 6'9" player.
A bump on the baseline and a foul called on Jashawn Henry for Bradley. What a start. For those of you watching on CBSSports.com, our streaming coverage will conclude after the commercial break. We will continue on CBS Sports Network. You can find us by going to CBSSportsNetwork.com/channel finder. What an energetic atmosphere and shot making to start Sycamores and Braves for a spot in the championship.
The only way you're ever gonna know what you're made of is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? The new Grand Cherokee, made for what you're made of.
During the Jeep Celebration event, get 2.9% financing on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo and Grand Cherokee 4xe. Visit Jeep.com for new inventory available near you.
At Nutro, we believe in growing healthy dogs. Our nutritious food is made with high-quality, natural ingredients to help dogs live full and active lives. Let's grow healthy dogs.
Your wellness is your journey. And with almonds, an excellent source of magnesium.
Do you have to do that every time?
I do, because I'm an excellent source of magnesium to help support immunity. Whoa, whoa.
Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
Gotcha.
After Advil.
Let's dive in.
But what about your back?
It's fine.
Before Advil. Advil Dual Action fights pain two ways. Advil targets pain at the source. Acetaminophen blocks pain signals. Advil Dual Action.
Gatorade Fit. Fitness starts from the inside out. Get healthy, real hydration. And no added sugar, artificial sweeteners, or added colors. Gatorade Fit. Healthy, real hydration today helps you fuel tomorrow.
Interesting piece. Let me bring in my expert.
So many scratches.
Those are from my car keys.
Such a rich history. This won't do well at auction, but at AT&T, it's worth a brand new Samsung Galaxy S23.
Wait, really? What about this?
AT&T's deal is back. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S23 with a Galaxy phone trade-in. Any year, any condition.
You're watching Bracket Week, presented by Kubota. A sizzling start in St. Louis for the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference semifinal. Indiana State and Bradley really can't miss. With Coach Bob Wenzel, Chris Lewis here with you. Evan Washburn will join us shortly. So already 7 made threes combined between these teams, and we're just getting started.
I love it. I love it. You know, Larry Bird, of course, went to Indiana State, and I'm sure he's watching and saying, hey, these guys are taking after me a little bit. And, of course, Hersey Hawkins was a great pro for a long time from Bradley, who scored like 70 points in a college game at one point. So those two guys are loving the offensive firepower we've seen so far in this game.
So Brian Wardle's bunch, Bradley against Indiana State, and Coach Josh Schertz. At Indiana State, this is the pace that they typically play at. They play fast. They get up a lot of threes. In fact, Coach Schertz spent 13 years as a coach at D2 Lincoln Memorial, where they played that style. And some of the feedback he heard when he took a job in the Missouri Valley Conference is, hey, you're going to have to change. The Valley, that kind of style of play doesn't work. Well, a couple years in,
it's working pretty well. It's working pretty well.
Indiana State possession.
Mast has not had many touches because of all of the outside shooting so far. Not that he can't make threes. He can. Number 51 in white. All conference player. Big time. 6'9", 240.
Bobby Lau pick and pop, knocks it down. He's a 33% three-point shooter. That is three-pointer number 5 for Indiana State.
You talk about the green light. Every guy on this team has the green light.
Dean off the high screen from Mast.
Contained style defense.
Leon's too much. Nice climbs the ladder for the rebound.
6'4", 185, 60-year player. And we got several of those in this game. Missouri Valley has a bunch of guys, 24, 25 years old playing.
There's Julian Larry, denied. Gets the switch on the big.
Julian Larry's the only guy really on this team that does not shoot threes.
Frank Mass clears for Bradley. Bradley's won 11 straights. Longest since winning the Missouri Valley back in 1988. Leon's another three, bricks it.
His forte is his defense. Leon's defense won them their game yesterday against Northern Iowa.
Lariat with the contact. Doesn't matter. He'll head to the line to try to complete a three-point play.
So what we've seen is impressive three-point shooting by the Sycamores, and then drives to the basket like we see right here because the defense spreads out. Julian Larry is a very, very quick guard. Nice little spin move right here. Uses the glass to soften the shot. Nicely done.
Draws the foul on Duke Dean, his first. Third-year starting guard, Julian Larry. You mentioned it, Coach. One of the few who doesn't shoot many threes, although he's made half the threes he's taken this year.
Yeah, he's more judicious than some of the other guys on this team. Immediate double team. Terrific D right there.
Rotation to the corner, and Bradley knocks down a three.
Zeke Montgomery, 6'6" guard. Kind of one of the unsung guys on this team. He is all over McCauley right now.
Second three for Montgomery.
Look at this right here. Look at this D. And moving screen. Avila trying to help McCauley get free.
Chuckles about it as he goes back down the floor, his first.
Bradley has a deserved reputation for their outstanding defense. They don't do the same things all the time. Here we go, strength versus strength, offense versus defense. Look at those numbers. You can see why Bradley's defense is so good and why Indiana's offense is so outstanding. Something's got to give.
So far, an offensive start. Gets through traffic, and somehow Henry Pogo sticks it home.
Henry never shoots a jump shot. That shot we just saw him make, Chris, that's the longest shot he'll take in this game.
That's his range. But he took over the second half of the quarterfinal against Northern Iowa.
Save it!
Block shot by Mast. Here's Montgomery. Pull-up three.
Too excited. Way too excited.
This is Henry. Does. Underneath the O-board, hook back.
He won the game. You could argue he won the game for them yesterday because he dominated the interior on plays just like that, and he got fouled and made his free throws even though he's a terrible free throw shooter. It was great to see.
That's 8 rebounds, crucial. Henry's pass behind Nice, turnover for Indiana State.
Good look by Henry. He has great vision for a player his size. He's a 6'6" point guard who's not a great dribbler, but a great passer. John Schertz giving him a little rest right now. Turnovers could be a real problem against a team like Bradley, whose D is so strong.
Montgomery weaves, floats.
Hannah, lefty, 6'9".
Off balance three for Ville Tavanainen. Gets it back. This is Hannah. Bounce pass behind the target. Rotates Hickman. Fires a three. Too much.
Vision up.
Letson examines. Off the back iron. Bradley on the run with Montgomery.
Good judgment.
Tavanainen in and out. And a box out underneath. The loose ball foul as Larry boxed out. Might have gotten over the back on Leons.
Leons is a guy who is a great defender. Steals and blocks.
The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference semifinal heating up in St. Louis.
I've always loved building things. Not just structures and skyscrapers, but teams who make it all possible. After all, we wouldn't be where we are today without them. So we made sure that, like these buildings, their futures may also stand the test of time.
Every March, Jersey Mike's turns money from subs into charitable donations.
And March 29th is Jersey Mike's annual day of giving, where 100% of sales are donated to local charities.
And to kick off all that giving, Peter gave me an apron. I'm honored.
Looking good, Danny. We've got subs to make, though.
Yeah. Now I know why you gave me the apron.
Yeah.
Join us Wednesday, March 29th for Jersey Mike's Day of Giving. Be a sub above.
Your wellness is your journey. And with almonds, an excellent source of magnesium.
Do you have to do that every time?
I do. Because I'm an excellent source of magnesium to help support immunity. Whoa, whoa.
Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
Gotcha.
Find your beat, your moment of calm. Find your potential, then own it. Support your immune system with a potent blend of nutrients and emerge your best every day with Emergency.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Kubota. Together we do more. And by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
Having fun in St. Louis. Indiana State an early 1-point lead. Moments ago, Evan Washburn caught up with Bradley coach Brian Wardle.
Well, Coach, a hot start for both teams offensively. I know you're rooted in defense. What do you want to see on that end from your group?
Haven't played well. Just laid high hands. We didn't contest shooters to start the game. We let them get going. And now our shot selection's really bad. We're shooting too many threes. That's not us. We shoot threes, but we have balance, and we got to keep looking to get the ball inside offensively.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
I agree with that for sure, and he's very frank in his assessment of what's gone on, and yet they're only down by 1 point. Early on, you let a team like Indiana State get some open threes, and you're asking for trouble. You got to force them to put the ball on the floor. And when you do that, you got a better chance to take away those threes.
When you're facing a running gun team that shoots a lot of threes, does it almost like trap you into playing that style of play? Because in a way, it's fun.
It's the excitability factor. There's no doubt about that. Bradley got excited and said, hey, we can shoot these threes also.
Well, McCauley got going early. He's already in double figures. Courvoisier McCauley with 11.
Newcomer of the year in the Valley. Odd that he's the newcomer of the Valley and is a graduate student. That's life in the portal in the NCAA now.
It's been a year at DePaul, a couple at D2 Lincoln Memorial with Coach Josh Schertz. Hannah underneath. No. A rebound ripped away by Xavier Bledson for Indiana State.
McKnight did a good job there being physical.
And on the dribble handoff, a little too aggressive for Bledson. He pushed off and commits the offensive foul.
Well, he was trying to free up McCauley. Bledson in yesterday's game played crucial minutes down the stretch and made terrific plays. Coach Schertz talks about him as that he is one of his most intelligent players.
I love the quote. He said, bad athlete, but the smartest player he's ever coached.
A lot of movement right here. Mast is out of the game.
Lyons with the clock at 10. To 9. Montgomery has to work. Bounce pass. Hannah pivots. Hooks it in.
That is a thing of beauty, my friend. What team basketball right there, and they end up with a wide open layup. Fantastic. Cooper Nice is getting a lot of attention in this game.
And it forces a steal. Dean, eyes up. Hickman in the corner, wants three. In and out.
I thought Leon should have taken that shot. He was 4 feet away from the basket.
Healthy three from Bledson. Over the backboard. Belongs to Bradley. Time now for the player profile brought to you by State Farm. Take a look at Courvoisier McCauley. What a start in this game. 11 points. From Indianapolis, the most points amongst Missouri Valley Conference transfers this year.
6'5", 211 pounds. Coming into the tournament, he had made 95 threes on the year, which was 13th in the NCAA. When you shoot as many threes as freely as Indiana State does, and other teams do this as well, you're going to be spurtability. You know, when you're making those, you're going to jump like crazy. But when you miss some of them, you're giving up easy baskets at the other end. That's the equation you have to deal with.
Hard to believe he was scoreless in the opening round game against Evansville for Indiana State.
Yep. It can go that way. Ring Mass needs more touches. Right now, he has not touched the ball near enough as he needs to. He's by far the best player on their team, the most honored player on their team, most experienced player on their team.
Cameron Henry gets some space. Wide right.
They made all of those early, didn't they? Missed a couple in a row here. Mast wants the ball here. McKnight, 6'9", about 250. That is some physical play there.
Hook shot off the rim from Mast.
Players are letting, I mean, the officials are letting post play go pretty aggressively so far in this one. Big against little here.
Henry against Dean. Wrap bounce pass. Mast got in the way.
Terrific D, huh? Jumped on the floor. Hickman had his hand in there as well. Good weak side defense by the Braves.
#1 in the Valley in scoring defense.
This game has slowed down considerably since the first couple of minutes.
Favors Bradley. Hickman off balance. Runner rattles in. Wow.
That was 8 on the degree of difficulty scale, I tell you that. He can make plays, though. Very vibrant player.
Bradley's first lead since it was 2-0.
Watch Duke Dean, number 21, smallest guy for Bradley. He can get steals.
Tip around the rim, in and out from McKnight.
Another great play by Mass there. Hickman's tired. He's walking up the floor right here. He just walked past us. Give him some of your water, will you?
I got one right here. He was huffing and puffing.
He was.
Mast does have three-point range at a few of them in the quarterfinal. Henry. No. Out of bounds. Yields a stoppage at the Enterprise Center. Bradley's worked their way from behind to take a 1-point lead with the energy from Deshaun Henry.
Over the years, I've seen what loyalty can do for business. These people have helped me build this company from the ground up. And I want them to know how much I value their commitment. So I'm doing what I can to help secure their future. Because true loyalty goes both ways.
Every March, Jersey Mike's turns money from subs into charitable donations.
And March 29th is Jersey Mike's annual day of giving, where 100% of sales are donated to local charities.
And to kick off all that giving, Peter gave me an apron. I'm honored.
Looking good, Danny. We've got subs to make, though.
Yeah. Now I know why you gave me the apron.
Yeah.
Join us Wednesday, March 29th for Jersey Mike's Day of Giving. Be a sub above.
We've got your back, Road Warriors. Because we know you're picking up the pace. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're hitting the road. And we're helping you get there with confidence. So skip the counter without missing a beat. Choose any car in the aisle and be the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
Self-care isn't skin deep. Good thing almonds have it.
Again, huh?
Almonds have 50% of the recommended daily value of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that promotes skin health.
Okay, shh.
Okay, bye. Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen.
Voltaren, the
the joy of movement.
You're watching Bracket Week, presented by Kubota. During the break, Evan Washburn chatted with Josh Schertz, the coach of Indiana State.
Well, Coach, it seems like Bradley's kind of gotten back in this game, captured some momentum. How do you get back to the way you started this one?
Got to be more intentional about getting to our strengths. I think we're playing around the perimeter. We're putting no pressure on the rim, so we're just shooting over, contested shots over a set defense. Can't do that. We got to move them, shift them. Too many quick shots.
Coach, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Chris, oddly enough, Indiana State is 5 of 9 from three-point range, and Bradley has taken 12 threes, 4 of 12. So the excitability factor really ran them when we started this game off. It settled into a game that Bradley really likes much, much more now. The game's in the 20s. There's only 7 minutes to go in the first half. Their style.
Now, Indiana State's the only team in these semifinals that played in the opening round of the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament. So they're trying to be the first to do the 4 wins in 4 days. This is the 3rd game in 3 days. Clock down to 6. Bradley's defense smothering. Corner 3. Avila off. McKnight battles. Gets it back, and it's foul.
I'll tell you, he's doing a little work here. He did the other day as well. Avila is a freshman, so his cardiovascular system, needs a little glow once in a while. So McKnight has done a very, very good job.
But how much does that play a factor? The fatigue of playing the 3 in 3 days, and then if they win the 4th and 4.
Yeah, I think it's a big deal. And right now, Coach Schertz has 2 of his big guys in at the same time, which is a little unusual for them. But I think what they feel is that they have to get 2 people on mast, and the bigger they are and more physical they are in the lane, it's doing good things against mass so far.
Let's check in with Evan.
Well, guys, I think Josh Schertz described the locker room after that win over Belmont, where there were 70 possessions, as just bodies strewn all over the floor. And look, they were gassed. And you're right, he mentioned why not us as the team to go 4 games, 4 wins in 4 days. But he also counted on a bit of a slower pace to this game, and we just haven't seen that through the first portion of this first half.
Well, it's definitely a factor, and the players and the coaches don't complain about it because they're here, they're playing, life is good, and it's a packed arena. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful tournament. But if you have to play the first day, I mean, and even if you win a semifinal, you got to play the finals early the next day. So the teams that play the second game today are a little bit out of a disadvantage as well.
So that last foul originally called on Jashawn Henry. They changed it to Dean. And for Dean, that is his second. So he heads to the bench. And Montgomery is back in at the guard spot for Bradley, which means Hickman takes over that lead point guard role.
Indeed. Very, very good collapsing defense by the guys in blue here. I mean, when the ball goes inside, they attack, especially if it's masked.
Henry's a bowling ball that you cannot stop.
Saskatchewan, Canada. Boy, was he good yesterday. For a guy who can't shoot, he did a tremendous job.
He's the only remaining player from the back-to-back Missouri Valley Conference Tournament championship teams in 19 and 20. Long 3 off from Avila.
Yeah, he's a 6th-year guy also.
Indiana State steal. Vassier McCauley navigates to the rim. Montgomery makes it difficult.
If they get it out, they've got numbers. They've got numbers. Here it is.
Henry slams it before the Duncan offensive foul. Called on Rick Nast.
I'd like to see that one. They had numbers. There was no need to do anything that would prevent that dunk from happening. Henry flew. Watch number 51 here. Well, guess you have to call that one. Nice acting by Cooper Neese too.
He sold it. First on masks. Larry has it tips. Sycamores keep it. Avila into the lane, off his body and out.
Good position defensively there by two guys. Avila is a skilled guy for a freshman, big guy. He's going to have a good career.
Second amongst Valley freshmen in scoring this season. And just over 10 per game. Hickman teardrop, shorts. Math tips the board, but it's vacuumed in by Larry.
I like what the Sycamores doing when the ball goes up. They got 5 guys in the paint. Mismatch on the interior.
Ignite on the interior.
Hickman got caught on a switch, and McKnight took advantage of Hickman there. Maybe 5-6 inches taller, 50 pounds more.
Already 5 knee changes in this one. Mast off the short roll. Henry, you said this is his range. He lives in the paints, and will head to the line.
I don't know if you noticed, but on that particular play, Mast got the ball, and he was triple teamed when he was like 7 feet away from the basket. They are doing a great job on him. He's got to read this a little bit. Maybe come to the top of the key. Yesterday, he made 3 or 4 threes from that range. Yesterday, 20 points in the first half, 10 in the second. Fantastic. Fantastic game. His career best 30.
Henry in and out. Mentioned he struggles at the line, just 57%. Going back to Mast that last game.
Yeah, but when he needed him, right, yesterday, he made him. You and I were sitting next to each other, scouting the game, 2 rows back and laughing to one another, thinking he's going to miss this, and he kept making them.
He made that one. Darius Hannah into the game for Bradley, with Mast getting a break. You see Avila heading out, so a couple of the bigs getting a break.
Leon's coming back in for Henry. He has not done a lot in this game so far. He is a guy who can shoot it outside. If he's got a lane, he can go hard to the basket.
Neese hasn't been free much. Free there for his first 3 this afternoon.
Credit Julian Larry. He made a great pass there.
Wing 3, Tavanainen answers.
I had a little chat with Tavanainen before the game when guys were shooting around. And he is juiced about playing in this game.
Everybody seems juiced. That ball on the floor, wrestling match for it. Held ball, and the arrow will keep it on this end.
We've got action in St. Louis. Cooper Nice, we love you. Great shooting, both ends. Tavanainen. Guys are tickling the twine.
No one can settle me. Torture man of the free. That's what it takes to be a cowboy.
PBR Unleash the Beast on CBS Sports Network.
There are roughly 450,000 adults in Wyoming, and 1/3 of them have pre-diabetes. That's nearly 150,000 people, and over 80% of them don't even know it. But you can. Take one simple test to find out if you're at risk of pre-diabetes. It's only 7 questions, and you'll be done in less than 1 minute. Let's find out, Wyoming, and start reversing pre-diabetes today at findoutwy.org.
The only way you're ever gonna know what you're made of is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? The new Grand Cherokee, made for what you're made of.
During the Jeep Celebration event, get 2.9% financing on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo and Grand Cherokee 4xe. Visit Jeep.com for new inventory available near you.
Your wellness is your journey. And with almonds, an excellent source of magnesium.
Do you have to do that every time?
I do. Because I'm an excellent source of magnesium to help support immunity. Whoa, whoa.
Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
Gotcha.
Your best defense against erosion and cavities is strong enamel. Nothing beats it. New Pro-Enamel Active Shield actively shields the enamel to defend against erosion and cavities. I think that this product is a game changer for my patients. It really works.
CBS celebrates Women's History Month.
Tied at 29, playing for a spot in the Missouri Valley Conference Championship. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Brent Stover, Wally Zerbiak, Renee Montgomery, Jerry Palm standing by in the New York studio. Get you caught up on all the day's news and highlights coming up on AT&T at the half. All right, we go a little big picture here. Bob, let's take a look at who you have as your top teams right now.
Well, these are the beware of teams, and St. Mary's, San Diego State, Memphis, and VCU are teams I think are flying kind of under the radar right now, and I think those teams can make some noise, win some games in the NCAA tournament. And the four teams, they're not necessarily the seeds, but they're the four teams I like the best. Houston Cougars defense travels. Alabama super talented, and they got a star that can carry them. Marquette is feeling it as a team, and UCLA, can a team that's won 11 or 12 national championships, you know, I mean, Mick Cronin has done a remarkably good job. They lost 2 games early out of conference, and since then they have been rolling. And I know the Pac-12 is not as strong as some other conferences, but I'll tell you what, you watch those guys play. They got good offense and good defense and good rebounding.
Do you see much separation from what you would say is your top tier to the next tier? Or?
Well, you know, you got, I don't know, 12 teams that, you know, really can do some damage. But we all know, we've watched this tournament for all our lives. Crazy stuff happens.
That's why we love it. Welcome to March.
Interesting that Duke is back in the game handling the ball here with 2 fouls.
I want to correct that. It's 1 foul.
Oh, they
went to the table, clarified. 1 foul on D.
All right, good. I like that better.
Up top, Hannah down hard.
Tavanainen, nice pass. He's from Finland. I wonder if he's from Lapland in Finland, the north. That's really, really cold.
Larry lays it in on the other end.
He's one of the fastest guys in the league. Julian Larry, he can motor.
Off the screen, Tavanainen. He comes in off the bench. He has no conscience. He'll let it loose. 37% from downtown.
Bradley has got a foothold in the Netherlands and Finland. They've got good players from those countries.
Nice has made 15 threes now in 3 games here in St. Louis. This is an offensive foul on the screen.
We've had 3 or 4 of those calls in this game. Moving screens. You move any part of your body, you're going to get that call. Let's take a look. Right here, McKnight just knocks him down. That looked like a left tackle play right there. 6'9", 240.
Okay, McKnight, you mentioned looking like a lead blocker or a linebacker. Well, he was a high school quarterback.
Let's take a look. Officials are looking at this to see if it's more than just a common foul, and I don't think so.
They confirmed it is just a common foul on McKnight.
It's a physical game. Connor Hickman is playing below his norm in this game so far. He is a very quick player, but Julian Larry is quick.
Hickman,
thank you, Connor. Thank you very much. Those are the kind of plays that, when they're playing well, he makes frequently.
Movement 3 for McCauley. Line drive short.
Made 3 early, hasn't made 1 since. Pick and roll. There's the roll. I'll tell you, sometimes I think Bradley overpasses some. See, that's a turnaround jumper right there for Malavai.
That's a great pass to cutting Henry. Jashawn Henry, impactful in half one.
How about the pass by Mast?
Bradley's largest lead. Nice quiets the crowd.
That's 2 for Nice. 7 under what he did in the game yesterday.
He is 16 for 19 from 3 in Arch Madness. Wow. That is madness. Wow. Second chance for Bradley. Hickman lines it up. Can't bury it. East chases the board.
Opportunity knocking right here. I think Henry needs the ball in his hands a little bit, make a pass.
Larry looks at Coach Schertz, calls the timeout. Designing something with 18 to shoot, 30 seconds left in the first. But it's Bradley in front.
The movement, the beautiful pass, and the emphatic finish.
Over the years, I've seen what loyalty can do for business. These people have helped me build this company from the ground up. And I want them to know how much I value their commitment. So I'm doing what I can to help secure their future. Because true loyalty goes both ways.
First of 2 great semifinals here at the Enterprise Center. Arch Madness in St. Louis. Winner of this takes on the winner of Drake in Southern Illinois. Yeah, those quarterfinals yesterday, pretty much all across the board, thrilling games, setting up for a dramatic day here today.
No doubt about it. How about these numbers right here? 97 and 94 in the first 2 games for Indiana State. That is doing some offensive work. And how about this low-scoring game right here? Southern Illinois, we're going to see them later. They were very, very good defensively. They came from 13 down to win that game.
Indiana State called the timeout to draw up this play. Larry crawls. His teardrop in and out. Wow. He gets low.
He sure does.
It's underneath the arms. Last possession of the half. With 3, Montgomery calls timeout. Turns and looks at Brian Wardle with 1.3 left. They'll try to draw up something. With just over a second left, opening half in St. Louis.
I got a heart like a truck. It's been drugged through the mud.
Ram owners have heart for being fearless, determined, and bold. That's why it's time for you to be a Ram.
Now with 0.9% financing for 60 months, get an average $11,600 in finance savings on our most popular models.
Bradley had this exact situation going into the half yesterday. They ran a play which was a roll to the basket on a pass to the sideline by Mast, and he missed the layup.
The officials come to the table here to add on 0.9 seconds to make it 2.2.
Big difference. And they had clock issues yesterday all day long with that situation. And Mast, I think, is the guy who's got to make a play here. They don't have great three-point shooting in the game right now. Get it in.
Top of 9 and throws it in. Henry.
Foul. He was fouled on the floor.
And they have plenty of fouls to give, so you call the timeout. You allow both coaches to strategize. And Indiana State coach Josh Schertz said, hey, wait a minute, we only have 4 fouls in the half. We're going to take a foul to give. We have another one if we need it.
Well, it says 0-0-0 on the clock, and this is a good play. They cleared the entire right side for a drive, and of course he's fouled the entire way as he's going in. So they're going to put some time back on the clock. As long as it's more than 0.3, then you can actually catch the ball and make something happen. With 0.3, all you can do is tip the ball by rule.
So how about this? Late in the half, we had Bradley utilize a 2-for-1. Now you have Indiana State using the fouls to give. And Crenshaw tells us 0.4 left in the first half.
Well, they still have a foul to give. You want to lob this to the center of the lane. Have Mass set a screen and then come back to it in the center of the lane.
Henry! And that'll do it for the opening half. Back and forth, a half that had 4 ties, 6 lead changes. Bradley by 1.
Nice screen. Pretty well executed play, but hard shot to make.
All right, let's go to Evan.
Well, Coach, your top 2 scorers held scoreless in that first half, but you do have the lead. How have you guys done it?
Well, that's kind of been our team all year. We've had a lot of great balance and depth. We got to get Rink involved. They're doing a great job of doubling him every touch he gets. There's a lot of traffic around him. Our defense finally settled in.
Oh, not only double teamed, but triple teamed as well.
All right, before we start the second half, let's check in with Evan.
Well, Chris, even with 7 3-pointers, Josh Schertz wants better shot selection from his group here in the second half. Part of the formula for the Sycamores is 2-pointers as well. Feels like they need to do a better job attacking the rim. That will create better opportunities from 3, more of the catch and shoot variety as opposed to trying to shoot over these long defenders for Bradley. He actually wants to also see some improvement defensively protecting the rim. Obviously loves keeping Mast out of things, but wants to see improvement across the board on the defensive side in the second half as well.
I'll tell you what, he might want to see improvement, but I'm not sure they can play any better than they did defensively, because they took Mast out of the game and nobody's been able to do that. They really did a great job clogging inside, and the outside shooting of Bradley has not been there, frankly. And so the formula is to continue to do what they're doing defensively for sure.
Now, these teams met mid-January. Bradley won it by 11. In that game, Mast had a monster double-double, 18 points, 13 rebounds. You mentioned, Coach, it's a different script. Nice off a screen, in and out, his first miss from 3.
Oh my goodness, he missed a shot. That's shocking.
He's ice cold. 2 for 3 in this game. Now 16 for 20 from 3 in the Missouri Valley Conference.
Notice how the blue shirts, Chris, are packing it in here. I mean, everybody is in the lane when guys go to the basket. Connor Hickman complaining to the official he should keep his mouth shut, really. He needs to be an important player in this game if they're going to keep taking Mast out of the game. And he's defensively really doing a job right now on Cooper Nice also.
Well, Mast gets called for the foul. He can't believe it.
Check out this drive. 3 guys near him, and he uses the backboard beautifully. Very, very quick player, and he's on the drive is when he's the most dangerous. His outside shooting has been a little bit off in this game.
Robbie Avila all net on the first free throw.
They must have confidence in him because nobody of his teammates are on the free throw lane at all. So no chance for a tap back.
He's a 68% free throw shooter. They just want to eliminate any kind of transition opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of coaches do that. See how far off they're playing and see how tight. Watch when he puts the ball on the floor. He's going to get triple team. There it is.
Pocket pass into the lane, and just Sean Henry in double figures over his season average. He is 10.
That guy knows the geography of the lane, where he is, where the angles are. Brilliant close to the basket.
Avila scooped right up high off glass. Well done.
He's got some skill.
Duke Dean, healthy three. Too much. Offensive board. Malavi Leon's his first 2 of the game.
Well, he and Mast are both from the Netherlands. And they both need to get going right here because they were way too passive in the first half offensively.
Avila, contested 3. No. Hickman zigzags all the way to the rim.
That's his thing. Taking it to the basket. He was settling for threes in the first half. Nice adjustment.
Physical battle underneath. Cameron Henry hits the ground hard. He's fouled, much to the dismay of Brian Wardle.
Double team. Move without it. Know your way around the hoop. Nice play by those 2 guys. And then right here, Hickman, his second drive to the basket in the last 3 or 4 possessions. Bench likes it. There was a hook on this last play, and it was not called. So Henry getting his opportunity at the line. He was fairly silent for him in the first half in this game. Yesterday, he had 18 in the first half.
Henry was fouled by Henry. So Sean Henry, his second foul. Cameron Henry knocks down the free throws. Bradley's won 11 games in a row. The Missouri Valley Conference regular season champs. Rink Mass 3 off the back rim, but a loose ball foul on Indiana State.
Wow. He can make those shots, but I'll tell you what, a guy who's used to scoring a lot like he's used to scoring, he's not getting opportunities to shoot it. You're going to get a little bit antsy as the team rolls on here.
Was it his responsibility to demand the ball in the areas down low?
Yeah, I think he just needs to read the defense better and get in better position. Not just standing underneath the basket and posting up. That's not working in this game.
Avila underneath reverse.
How about that hesitation move? Beautiful use of the dribble.
That's a freshman from Oak Forest, Illinois, one of Indiana State's top high school recruits ever. He's making an impact. Team within 1. Leon's is blocked, but met up top. And a foul called on Cameron Henry.
Hesitation dribble. Beautiful. Using the baseline, using the rim to shield the defense. And right here, go hard. You're going to get whacked, so you got to make your free throws.
Actually get McCauley on the body there for the foul. So he's the one guilty.
Leon's yesterday was fantastic. He's 6'9", and he was guarding Bowen Bourne, who had 34 in the game, and they put him on him with 2 minutes to go in the game, and he did a great job of shutting him down. And Bourne is 5'11".
That's why he's the Valley Defensive Player of the Year. That versatility. The first ever player in the Missouri Valley Conference with 50 blocks and 50 steals in a season. Bradley with a steal. Montgomery no look. Euro step and a foul as Leons will head back to the line.
You know, Bradley is not a team that just sets up. They run. And when they get an opportunity to go, they're going. So right now, Mast is out of the game. And Hannah is in. So they still have 2 6'9" guys in the game at the same time. And they have a 6'6" guard in Montgomery.
They don't go small. Make sure to tune in to the 2023 Reese's College All-Star Game on CBS Sports Network, presented by Walmart. It's March 31st, live at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Again, right here on CBS Sports Network.
Nice response by the #1 seed. They've got a lot of people here making noise for them.
5 points is their largest lead. Wrestling match. Avila gets fouled. So he'll head back to the free throw line. Time for a team high 11. St. Louis, the spot for the Missouri Valley semis.
There are roughly 450,000 adults in Wyoming, and 1/3 of them have pre-diabetes. That's nearly 150,000 people, and over 80% of them don't even know it. But you can. Take one simple test to find out if you're at risk of pre-diabetes. It's only 7 questions, and you'll be done in less than 1 minute. Let's find out, Wyoming, and start reversing pre-diabetes today at findoutwy.org.
I got a heart like a truck. It's been drugged through the mud.
Ram owners have heart for being fearless, determined, and bold. That's why it's time for you to be a Ram.
Now with 0.9% financing for 60 months, get an average $11,600 in finance savings on our most popular models.
Isn't that your car?
That could have been bad. Your wellness is your journey. And with almonds, an excellent source of magnesium.
Do you have to do that every time?
I do. Because I'm an excellent source of magnesium to help support immunity. Whoa, whoa.
Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
Gotcha.
It's time to bring balance to business travel and discover the equilibrium that works for you. At National, you're in control. Skip the counter, choose any car in the aisle, and manage your rental right from the app. So you can mix work with leisure, or leisure with work, giving you the control to find the perfect balance. Go National, go like a pro.
You're watching Bracket Week, presented by Kubota. Missouri Valley Conference Tournament bracket looking a little different this year. The first year of the 12-team format. The additions of UIC, Belmont, and Murray State. Okay, this was last year. See Loyola Chicago up there in Illinois. So you take them away, put in UIC, and then you add in those 2 at the bottom, Murray State and Belmont. 3 additions, 12 teams, new bracket, but similar exciting games.
No doubt about it. I mean, the Missouri Valley is the second oldest conference in all of college sports, and they've done remarkable things over the years. When they lose teams, they bring in other teams that make them strong. Murray State and Belmont have been stellar, and Belmont won their league 8 times to the NCAA tournament. And Rick Byrd was coach, of course, a legend there. So, and it's the Nashville market, which is great. Avila has 11 points. He's tied with Courvoisier McCauley for the lead. And he has come out very strong here in the second half. I like the way he puts the ball on the floor for a guy his size. Nice left hand. Very skillful.
Impressive free throws. These are 2 longtime Valley members going head-to-head. 33rd Arch Madness in St. Louis. 47th MVC tournament up top. What a dunk by Darius Hanna over the top of everybody.
He had one like that yesterday when it was a close game and it was a break situation. Duke Dean stole the ball and fed him, and the crowd went berserk.
Bradley Silva
on the floor, boys.
It's a fight for the ball on the deck. Of course, Henry gets there first, but those feet were moving. That's a travel.
Check this pass out. Beautiful. And that guy can elevate. He is one long dude. Love that slow motion, huh?
Pick and pop. Henry off the DHO.
Yeah, he's been quiet.
That space here is the roll man, delivers McKnight, fires a 3, halfway down, and a rebound gobbled up by Hickman.
Sean Henry, man, I mean, he is all over the place. Number 22 in white. You gotta love his game.
And I had the dunk last possession. Turns the corner and floats it home.
That's a tough matchup for Henry. He's not used to guarding a guy that big. He's giving away 3 or 4 inches there. Here we go. Hannah on the move. Turn the corner and lay it in. That's what we like.
State Farm, Missouri Valley Conference semifinals.
Over the years, I've seen what loyalty can do for business. These people have helped me build this company from the ground up. And I want them to know how much I value their commitment. So I'm doing what I can to help secure their future. Because true loyalty goes both ways.
Every March, Jersey Mike's turns money from subs into charitable donations.
And March 29th is Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving, where 100% of sales are donated to local charities.
And to kick off all that giving, Peter gave me an apron. I'm honored.
Looking good, Danny. We've got subs to make, though.
Yeah. Now I know why you gave me the apron. Yeah. Join us Wednesday, March 29th for Jersey Mike's Day of Giving. Be a sub above.
Self-care isn't skin deep. Good thing almonds have it.
Again, huh?
Almonds have 50% of the recommended daily value of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that promotes skin health.
Okay, shh. Okay, bye.
Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
With the majority of my patients with sensitivity, I see irritated gums and weak enamel. Sensodyne sensitivity gum and enamel relieves sensitivity, helps restore gum health, and rehardens enamel. I'm a big advocate of recommending things that I know work.
Gatorade Fit. Fitness starts from the inside out. Get healthy, real hydration. And no added sugar, artificial sweeteners, or added colors. Gatorade Fit. Healthy, real hydration today helps you fuel tomorrow.
A promise is a trust not to be broken, whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
Bradley, their largest lead at 7, going inside in the second half as we get to our pound for pound, brought to you by Rogue Fitness.
Getting it inside is the name of the game here. Hickman on the drive. He has 2 of those. And then the lob right here to Malachi. And Hannah on the nice little move on the interior. That is their bread and butter, and they are doing this without Mast in the game. The 2 post players, Hannah and Leones, doing a terrific, terrific job.
So pounding it inside to take their largest lead. You can see their points in the paint. Evan.
Yeah, Josh Hurts' priority in that huddle surrounded just what they were able to do and allow in that paint, and said, look, guys, there's no scheme I can give you. There's no whiteboard here. This is about being smarter and tougher inside. Priority inside is trying to keep them out of the paint. That was the focus before this game. Did it well in the first half at times, and falling apart here in the second.
First time we're seeing full court pressure here. 3/4 court trap at the 10-second line if you can.
Ooh, that was close.
It
was late. 10-second violation.
Very smart coaching by Brian right there. You can see his red shoes, man. They are magic. It's like Dorothy, you know.
What those 3 times. Now, you mentioned that it's that chess match. You call a timeout, you design perhaps a play for one defense, you change up the defense, you go to a press, and well, you see what it results in, a turnover.
It's always smart to change defense after a timeout.
Hannah has been a factor in the second half. Darius Hannah, the junior from Milwaukee.
He's got moves. He's so much different than Mast. Mast is power. Hannah is finesse and quickness.
And there's this signature Bradley defense. Down by Emery! Emphatic slam!
Poke it away! Run the floor! No timeout. Cooper Nice.
Is blocked. Montgomery with a piece. Bradley Braves
Be careful, be careful, be careful. Nice play by Montgomery. He didn't overdo it there. That's what you want. I know you were rooting for that dunk, Chris, for the guy on the right, but he wasn't open.
It was building towards
you. You would have thrown that away.
Turnover on the play-by-play announcer.
Pull up.
Montgomery off the back rim. Loose ball foul over the back. Malavai Leon's called.
Bradley's cooking a little bit right now with their best player on the bench. Face up. Nice move. He spins, uses his body beautifully. And right here, the poke away.
And a pull up.
Another change in defense. 1-3-1. Hickman, number 10, runs the baseline. He's got to go a long way.
So much length, too.
Weak side rebounding is an issue.
Kick ball. Clock will reset to 20.
Let's see if he goes back to man right here.
Vila Tavanainen enters for Bradley, and it's an offensive threat in for Henry. And then Duke Dean also comes in. You can see there, field goals this half. Bradley getting more shots and taking advantage.
You know, the thing, let's see if anything happens right here, because with the 5 guys they had, they were really cooking. And he takes 2 of them out right now, and he knows his team. But let's see if that affects their momentum at all.
Nice with just a couple of threes in this game on the inside with a scoop layup.
He's athletic. Cooper Nice is 6'4", about 185, 190. Quick.
The 7th leading scorer in Indiana high school basketball history, from about 45 minutes away from Indiana State's campus. Dean delivers. Launches. Short. Leon chases, tips it. Hannah scoops it up.
Move it, move it. See, that gives the defense a chance to get set. If he would have passed it right and moved it to the top of the key into the weak side, Montgomery would have had a one-on-one with somebody coming out on him.
And Hannah too much on the screen, came out hard and commits the offensive foul.
Here comes Mast. He's coming back in the game. And I like Hickman coming back here because Duke Dean did not look like himself there.
Story this is Mast without a point, 30, a career high.
And they're still ahead, and that's why they're the #1 team in the league. When your best player has 0, you've still got a lead against a good team.
Larry navigates inside. Julian Larry needed that one as Indiana State is back within 7.
Now the question is, does Mast get going here, or does he get in the way because he's trying too hard to score? We haven't seen that. I mean, he's playing very unselfishly.
Hickman pull up Jay. He's in double figures. Hickman with 12.
Cooper Nice's action. He wants to get more involved in the action right now.
Leons forces a steal, but Bradley can't save the possession. Look like, no, they do get it.
Yeah.
So Hickman did knock it off the body of a Sycamore.
He did, but I thought that he was going to hit him out of bounds first, but it didn't. Nice playing by Hickman and the Bradley Braves. 57-48, #1 seed on fire.
The intensity heating up in the second half. Bracket week presented by Kubota.
Interesting piece. Let me bring in my expert.
So many scratches.
Those are from my car keys.
Such a rich history. This won't do well at auction, but at AT&T, it's worth a brand new Samsung Galaxy S23.
Wait, really? What about this?
AT&T's deal is back. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S23 with a Galaxy phone trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Your best defense against erosion and cavities is strong enamel. Nothing beats it. New Pro Enamel Active Shield actively shields the enamel to defend against erosion and cavities. I think that this product is a game changer for my patients. It really works.
A promise is a trust not to be broken. Whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
Check it out. Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
We should probably drink these fast.
Your wellness is your journey. And with almonds, an excellent source of magnesium.
Do you have to do that every time?
I do. Because I'm an excellent source of magnesium to help support immunity. Whoa, whoa.
Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
Gotcha.
Don't miss Champions. Woody Harrelson is out of his league.
I'm your homie with an extra crony.
And in over his head.
What do you say we end this hug? This is your shot at being champions.
Champions, rated PG-13.
CBS Sports celebrates Women's History Month, recognizing the outstanding contributions women and girls have had on and off the field of play. Number 1 seed Bradley in St. Louis leading Indiana State. That number 1 seed, though, hasn't been an automatic spot holding the trophy when it's all said and done over the years since 2015.
There's no doubt about that. Frequently the 4 seed or the 5 seed wins the tournament, and you know, number 1 seed won them the championship only 17 out of 46 tournaments. So Bradley is looking very strong in the last couple of minutes, despite the fact that their best player is scoreless still. Other people have really stepped up, mainly Hickman and Hannah really doing the job.
Reason why this tournament dubbed Arch Madness here in St. Louis. 33rd time in St. Louis. 1 seed's only won it 10 of those times. Val down low is Bradley again establishing their inside control of the game with their post players with Rink Mast back in. Cade McKnight called on that foul.
Yeah, I mean, he just mugged Mast on that. They've been very, very physical with him.
It was like a big point in the game for Indiana State to stay connected. Done a lot well in that first half, and that's a turnover on Bradley.
That should have been a layup. Vile missed this. He's wide open and took his eye off it. Should have been an easy layup. Mast works hard underneath. They get physical with him, and he pops to the high post to become a passer.
Indiana State has not made a 3 in this second half. They can get a 3-point play here. Nice inside the arc, hits the deck, gets the bucket, and will head to the line.
Terrific play by Larry right there. He's inside the 3-point line, well inside the 3-point line. Talking to him yesterday, you know, we were with him afterwards, and we were effusive in our praise, and he was so modest about what he had just done. And you asked him about, you know, whether he ever thought about changing schools when there was a coaching change, and he thought about it the first year, and then last year they weren't very good, but he decided that he liked what was going on and decided to stay, and he's having a terrific last year.
Nice caps off the 3-point play. Evan, you have more on Nice.
Yeah, guys, 105 text messages after that 9 3-point performance. He may be humble, but he's got legend status in Cloverdale.
That was a near legendary dunk by Deshaun Henry, climbing the ladder to stuff it down in traffic.
Evan has legendary status in Baltimore. I don't know if you know that.
They're like everywhere, pretty much, right? Maspel's in the board. Of course, Nice, 45 minutes away. He played his high school ball from the Indiana State campus for 2,400 points in high school.
We got a long way to go here. 9 minutes and change. So the execution here is, you still got to stay with momentum.
Turnaround, Henry. Bounces out of bounds and will belong to the Sycamores.
Boy, I thought that was white ball there. Julian Larry got caught underneath the basket right here. No, I guess he didn't touch it. Look at that face.
We have an Indiana State team set their program record for made threes in a season. They've only attempted 3 threes in this second half. Henry carves inside. Cameron Henry has a chance to get 3 the old-fashioned way.
So far in this game, there has been 1 missed free throw. Both teams doing a terrific job. Indiana State hasn't missed a free throw yet, and Bradley has missed only 1.
Third foul on Jashawn Henry. Cameron Henry, count it. Indiana State not going quietly. Just a 5-point game with 9:10 left.
It was 9 just a moment ago. Watch the double team. Watch the dunk. Watch the assist by Mast. The unselfish superstar. Tap of the head. Bradley players are tapping their head. That is an indication that they know what the play is that's coming.
Or it could be an indication that he just dunked it on somebody's head. Mast defending, McKnight inside. Well done defensively. For their 3rd championship game appearance since 2019. They won it twice in a row, 2019, 2020. Step back, Montgomery. Too much.
Not his thing. But defense is.
Larry doesn't take many threes. He makes about half the ones he takes. Henry underneath on the O board. Volleyed out to the other Henry.
Good D right there.
Jashawn Henry, Cameron Henry, they've been defending each other throughout this game.
Those are 2 physical dudes.
Cameron Henry defending Brick Mast.
No double.
A reach-in foul.
Chris, that's the first time this entire game that he has touched the ball and did not get double teamed.
We had some highlight dunks, some intense moments, and celebrations. Bradley with the lead.
There are roughly 450,000 adults in Wyoming, and 1/3 of them have pre-diabetes. That's nearly 150,000 people, and over 80% of them don't even know it. But you can. Take one simple test to find out if you're at risk of pre-diabetes. It's only 7 questions, and you'll be done in less than 1 minute. Let's find out, Wyoming, and start reversing pre-diabetes today at findoutwy.org.
We've got your back, road warriors, because we know you're picking up the pace. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're hitting the road, and we're helping you get there with confidence. So skip the counter without missing a beat. Choose any car in the aisle and be the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
Your wellness is your journey. And with almonds, an excellent source of magnesium.
Do you have to do that every time?
I do, because I'm an excellent source of magnesium to help support immunity. Whoa, whoa.
Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
Gotcha.
Remember college? 5-hour energy got you through then. And now, we'll get you through again. Rediscover 5-hour energy.
A promise is a trust not to be broken, whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
After Advil.
Let's dive in.
But what about your back?
It's fine.
Before Advil.
Advil Dual Action fights pain 2 ways. Advil targets pain at the source. Acetaminophen blocks pain signals. Advil Dual Action.
Arch Madness. State Farm Missouri Valley Tournament. This is the first of 2 great semifinals. The winner of this takes on the winner of Drake in Southern Illinois. Played a couple of great games. And then tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern on CBS. It is the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game for a spot in the NCAA tournament. Again, that's 2 p.m. tomorrow on CBS. Dan Bonner, Kevin Harlan will be on the call. There's Dan Bonner checking out the action, scouting, and watching a great game like we are. Bradley fell behind early, but have responded to build a 7-point lead.
Dan, a former star at the University of Virginia.
About the game to follow, Drake finished the regular season right on the doorstep of the regular season title. They lost to Bradley in the season finale, and that was the de facto championship game of the regular season. Bradley won it
73-61.
Montgomery fouled en route to the hoop, and he'll head to the line.
I like his aggressiveness going to the basket. As I mentioned, 6 of 7 from the free throw line for the Braves, 11 of 11 for the Sycamores. Both teams doing a terrific job on the free throw line, making their free throws, which is very, very important, obviously.
3rd foul on Cade McKnight. Montgomery hit a couple of threes early on in the first half when the game was pretty much a 3-point shootout. The pace of made threes has certainly dropped since the opening 5 minutes.
It can't go all game long. You know, the threes, you know, you make them and it's you make 3 or 4 in a row, but you're never going to make 30 in a row, right? So good shooting is 35, 38%.
It's been over 13 minutes since Indiana State has made a 3. For a team that makes about 10 a game. They shoot a lot of them.
Well, McKnight is one aggressive guy.
Aggressively rolls to the rim. Nice found him. Well executed on the weak side. Indiana State remaining in striking distance. Montgomery examines. Nice defense.
I think they need Hickman back in the game.
Leon spins. Tough jumper.
He's long and he's quick and he's a terrific defensive player, but he's not strong. That move that he made, you need strength for that.
Long strides for Cameron Henry and draws the contact. All right, here's Rick Mask.
Yeah, he's not scoring much, but he's making great passes. There's one. Here's another one underneath, right? That's the same one, but from a different angle. Here, different, but same teammate. He's made a bunch of assist passes, and goes to show what kind of character this guy has. You know, I mean, he's a guy who's a terrific scorer. He's got 5 assists and 1 or 2 where guys missed the shots. And it certainly hasn't been his best game. He's being double and triple teamed the whole time. What he has to be aware of is that Indiana State might change strategy as they get near the end of the game and not want to give up some of those plays that we just show you. And he may get some single coverage down the end.
Let's check in with Evan.
Talking to him yesterday, guys, about guys in the league that he kind of models his game after, and you're seeing it in those plays. Nikola Jokic, he loves watching him, his command of the game, the way he sees the floor and impacts the game even when he's not scoring.
Yep.
I mean, even on one of the assists, he had the goggle celebration. He's taking pride in that passing.
Zone. First possession of zone.
It's a 5-point Bradley lead. Hickman, a big bucket against that zone.
Thank you, coach, for putting him back in. I think he's the key guy going down the stretch here.
McCauley. And Bradley brings it down.
When Hickman's good, he can get his own shot, and we've seen that in this game. This is certainly one of his good games for sure. I also like Hannah inside against Courvoisier McCauley. He's got size on him, quicker.
Isolation, Hickman. Off the front rim and backboard. Nice on the run for Indiana State's transition. Cameron Henry slided from behind, but a foul. Leon's got a piece of the arm.
Little mix-up on who was guarding whom right there. They both were on Cooper Nice. And as you mentioned before, Leon's had 52 blocks and 51 steals coming into this game. Number 14 is the first guy in the history of the league that's a 50-50 guy.
The third foul against the Valley Defensive Player of the Year. First to win it for Bradley since 1998. Henry at the line, and it's interesting with Indiana State. They are taking advantage of the free throw line in this half. They haven't missed 11 for 11 as you see the foul trouble. And with already 9 team fouls on Bradley, double bonus going forward. And Indiana State hasn't been able to hit threes in the second half, but they've gotten the free throws they've needed to stay within arm's distance.
The fast breaks have been there on some ill-advised shots. Sycamores 22-11.
Most wins since 2014.
High post is open.
Timeout. Brian Wardle on Bradley.
He wants to remind his guys, they certainly know how to attack zone. They've played against zone. He wants to remind them about the areas that are likely to be open right here. Because they were standing around a bit. They need to move the ball against the zone. Little inside outside passing. Maybe hit Mast at the high post and let him deliver toward the baseline.
Well, you say against the zone, and one of the weaknesses that coaches say about his zone is, hey, that defensive rebound, it's a little bit tougher. Now, Deshaun Henry is such a force on the offensive glass for Bradley, even against man. Does he become even more important facing a zone defense?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and you know, I mean, it's one of those things where it's a change. Earlier in the game, we talked about how Brian changed his defense after a timeout, and it worked. He bought them 2 possessions and 4 points. Same thing goes right here for John Schertz, because he's changing the defense. He did it last time. That was 1 possession, and it resulted in a missed and a run out. So he's going to stick with it 1 or 2 times and then go back to man. Looks like they're going back to man here.
Winner of this faces the winner of Drake in Southern Illinois tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Hickman zooms and gets to the rim.
What a great call. I'll tell you what, Brian Wardle could coach a little bit, man.
Those timeouts are gold. Cameron Henry in and out. He's stunned as that ball rolls out. Didn't get a foul call either.
You called it before. Henry against Henry. 2 very aggressive guys.
Mast has been the hub passing the ball for Bradley.
2 guards in the game.
Hickman, not this time. Malavi Leons commits the foul on the loose ball, and that's foul number 4 on the senior from the Netherlands.
Hickman on the drive. That's a familiar scene. He's got 4 or 5 of those to his right today. Driving hard to the basket, getting over everyone. I don't like that look that he gave the opponent there. That could be a little taunting thing. He's got to be careful of that kind of thing.
Well, the double bonus going forward. 2 free throws for Indiana State and Robert Avila. First miss of the half. They were a perfect 12 for 12 from the line.
First miss of the game for them.
That's true, yeah. They were 3 in the first half, too.
Yeah, right. This guy's going to be good. I mean, he's good already, but I mean, he's only a freshman. 2 point guards in the game. Hickman's in and Dean is in. You increase your ball handling. Theoretically, you shouldn't turn the ball over as much.
Whoa. High pass. Montgomery Both away, although Cameron Henry doesn't think so. Down the stretch we go with 3:51 left. Bradley holding on to a 2-possession lead. It's a good one in St. Louis.
Guys, help me understand something. If hair loss is one of the biggest insecurities men face and it's totally treatable, why haven't you done anything about it? Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, are here to help. Bosley uses the latest technology and science to give you your real hair back permanently. That's a promise backed by the Bosley Guarantee. And right now, they've got an incredible free offer for you. If you send that text down below, they're going to give you the completely free Bosley info kit. You're also going to get a $250 free Bosley gift card. Guys, do not wait. Do not suffer the insecurity that I know that a lot of you guys are suffering with. Bosley is a solution for you at any stage of hair loss, which is something that I love. Do you think these guys are happy they went to Bosley? So guys, what are you waiting for? Go see Bosley, send the text, and get your real hair back.
For your free information kit and free gift card for $250 off, text HAT to 234-234. Ask about the Bosley Guarantee. Text HAT to 234-234.
Hi, this is Lisa from 4imprint. Yes, I'd like 50 welcome wows, 300 customer I love it, and 200 team member oh yes, certainly. You know we got some brand new woohoos.
Dial up the wow factor with promotional products from 4imprint. We specialize in awesome items that are certain to awe and guaranteed to deliver some ooh yes. From apparel, backpacks, drinkware to high-tech items.
Wow.
I love it. Woohoo!
Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now. 4imprint, for certain.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Kubota. Together we do more. And by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
The semifinals of Arch Madness. Away the gateway to the championship. Bradley, the 1 seed, the regular season champs of the Valley. 6-point lead against a game Indiana State team that's playing their 3rd game in 3 days.
I'll tell you, and they don't look tired to me. I mean, they look energetic. They understand the urgency of the situation. They were down 9. They fought back. And they've done it on a couple of fast break situations.
Clock at just 2. Hickman has to fire. Off to the left, McCauley skies, and here comes Indiana State.
Pull up.
East. There is that pull up. He rushed it.
Nice D by Hickman. I'll tell you what, though, Cooper Neese can make those. People watching say, whoa, what a horrible shot. He made 2 or 3 of those longer than that yesterday.
It was 8 of 8 in the second half yesterday from 3. He has not made a 3 in the second half of this game.
He's only got 2, I think.
Face up. Got it. Rick Mask.
That's what I told you just a couple of minutes ago, Chris. He might see single coverage down the stretch here because they don't want to give up some of those passes for layups.
Seems like every time Indiana State has a chance to get it to 1 possession, it's a run for Bradley. That time is Robbie Avila scoring on the interior. He is 16.
They switched and he just rolled to the basket. They got confused.
4 Sycamores in double-figure scoring. Hickman has been a monster. Here's Dean. Offensive foul on the screen.
Boy, we've seen about 6 of those in this game.
4th foul on Jashawn Henry. It's a big call with 2:26 left. Coming up next, join our college basketball experts in the studio. They'll talk all things conference tournaments, from breaking down the top plays to unmatched projections. Bracket week continues here on CBS Sports Network. Sure, this one's giving you a lot to talk about as well. Bradley has had control in this second half, but Indiana State, you mentioned it, they were down double figures in this half.
This is the guy they need right here, number 4. He's got to rise to the occasion.
Avila again. Got a piece, but a follow-up for Cameron Henry. Wow. 4-point game.
He blew by Mast. And then Mast blocked it, but everybody else did not block out their man.
Fans at the edge of their seat at the Enterprise Center. Down the stretch, Nice kicked it. So that clock will reset to 20 with 1:48 to play.
Momentum, curiously, is with Indiana State right now. They are scoring and playing as if they had the lead. Very, very aggressive.
Indiana State hasn't made a Valley final since 2014.
Montgomery has not been a scorer in this game. Number 3.
Has to make a play here off the screen. Hofstad accelerates and knocked away. Robbie Avila with a block shot.
Wow. Both ends by the big man.
Sycamore's down for Avila. Climbs the ladder. Henry tip, no. One more. Cameron Henry. It's a 2-point game.
He is all over the glass. Crazy that it's Avila and Henry doing the damage.
Bradley timeout with Indiana State right on their heels. Just a 2-point game.
Avila blew by 2 different guys. First he blew by Mast, and then he blew by Montgomery. They switched and tried to put a quicker guy on him, and it didn't matter.
Quick game reset. Bradley has been over the 10-foul mark for quite a bit. Next foul for Indiana State, so 1-1 for Bradley. Arrow belongs to Indiana State with 1:06 left. Bradley possession. They had a lead as large as 11. It is down to just 2.
Unbelievable. You got to give Indiana State credit. I mean, that when they were behind, they didn't panic. They played better defense, got the break going. And then, of course, Henry and Avila have really been the stars the last couple of minutes. A lot of the coaches we talked to yesterday, you know, we go to and talk to each of the coaches after their game yesterday, the ones who win. And there seems to be a common thread among them about playing with a chip on your shoulder. And several of them even use that phrase, you know, and Bradley is trying to, it's like the Michael Jordan thing, you know, you try to do something to make it seem like you're not getting respect. And that was pretty common with both of these coaches as well.
Coach Wardle got the respect from the conference as the coach of the year this year. Familiar spot in the Valley, a close game down the stretch. 30 conference games in the regular season decided by 3 points or overtime. It's another one here. Connor Hickman has been the go-to guy for Bradley. Henry on the inside loses it. It's a steal for Indiana State. A chance to tie or go in front. Timeout, Sycamores. Incredible drama. First semi of the Missouri Valley Conference.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Road. Don't weaken. (69-67), the 1 seed Bradley, regular season champs of the Valley, holding on to just a 2-point lead as Indiana State has worked their way back from being down 11 to within 2. They have the ball, 41.6 left. Coach Bob Wenzel, what do you do here if you're Coach Josh Schertz of Indiana State?
Well, you know, I mean, he's got to just, I think he should isolate Avila at the top of the key and let him create against whoever's guarding him. And then Deshaun Henry attack the offensive glass. That's what's worked for them in the last 4 or 5 possessions.
Last lead for Indiana State was back 29-26 with 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Leons is on Nice.
Can they get it in? No, they have to burn a timeout. Their final timeout.
Nice D. Terrific. The long arms of Malavai guarding Nice on the inbounds. So if Nice inbounds the ball, he's probably going to get it back. You know, the guy who is guarding the inbounder usually turns his head to look at where the ball went, and that's when you can throw it back in.
See the game reset. Indiana State used their last timeout at that moment. And the arrow is with the Sycamores. They have the ball with 41.6 left. And looking for their first championship game appearance in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament since 2014. It'd be their 6th all time.
Well, they won in 1979 when a guy named Larry Bird was playing for Indiana State.
Heard of him.
They named the most valuable player trophy in this conference for him. And of course, we're going to see that guy who received that trophy in the next game.
Tucker DeVries of Drake.
Yeah, his dad's the coach, and he's been fantastic all year long. They finished as the 2 seed. And there it is, Indiana State in 1979 and Bradley in 1980.
A couple of longtime members in a conference that has seen some changes, including this season. Leon still defending on the ball with Nice to throw it in.
McCauley is all the way in the backcourt. You don't want to go out there on him.
McCauley step back for the lead. Bang! First lead of the second half. Timeout, Bradley.
Brilliant. They didn't chase him, and they did what was right. If you went out there, it was a backdoor play for sure. See, they were trying to go backdoor to him. They couldn't get it. He's defended pretty well. Makes it anyway. He made 3 threes in the opening 2 minutes and has been fairly absent since that time. Coach, but not this time. Nothing but bottom.
Woo! That is the first made 3 of the second half for Indiana State when they need it the most. For Vassier McCauley. He was with Coach Josh Schertz at Lincoln Memorial. Took a detour to DePaul before stepping here with Indiana State and his team up 1.
There have been a lot of 4 and 5 seeds who have won the Missouri Valley Championship. And Indiana State would like to have their opportunity to do that. Great enthusiasm. Plenty of time left. I mean, 34 seconds in the game. 28 seconds on the shot clock for Bradley.
And Coach, we're hooping the rest of the way. None of these teams have a timeout left. In that foul situation, Indiana State double bonus. Bradley 1-1. Dean to throw it in. First deficit of the second half for Bradley.
He likes going to his right.
Hickman finds Montgomery. To his left. A bump, no call. Henry recovers for a block shot. Knocked out of bounds. Will stay on this end with 12 to shoot.
They tried to get Montgomery on a drive to the lane, but the help side was there. Terrific defense by Indiana State on that one.
I'll check to see both who the ball went out on and time.
Well, there's Montgomery. He gets it blocked cleanly by Henry. And Avila and Mass were both going after this ball, but typically, you know, that's off Avila. So they got it right, which they usually do.
How about though on that last play? You mentioned setting up Montgomery, who's a sophomore, only averages 8 per game. Hickman's had it going in this game. Of course, Rick Mast is their leading scorer. He's a big.
Yeah, but it was for Hickman, and Hickman got cut off. So when they revert, that was the second option.
Second action.
Yeah. It wasn't intended for him only. It's getting loud in here.
It's always a fun moment, too. You have the fans of the teams in the second semifinal, Drake and Southern Illinois. They're looking on.
All right, now, because the ball is on the end line, they have to decide whether they're going to guard the ball or not. And right now, Julian Larry is guarding his man, but he's clogging the middle.
Hickman throws in. Dean, 10 on the shot clock. Nice defends off the screen. 6 left. Dean has to launch and does. Can't hit it. 7 seconds. Leon's the board. He gets hit to the deck, and a 1-and-1 to come. With 6.2 left, Leon's to the free throw line.
That certainly was not the shot that they wanted. This is a just prayer. And Leon's is there, his length, and of course he gets clobbered right there. He got fouled by both guys.
They get Larry on the call. Leon's is a 77% free throw shooter, 1-and-1 with 6.2 left. Tie game. Bradley leads, no timeouts left.
Henry needs the ball.
Larry, 3 seconds, hands up, McCauley for the win, Schultz, Bradley survives.
Phenomenal. Great game by both teams. Wonderful coaching, great discipline. They played their hearts out.